Today, we are trying plugins by music production YouTubers. What's up and welcome back to Beat Goblin. Today we're trying out plugins by music production YouTubers, and I've got a fairly small collection of them today, but if you like this, I'll do another one. So we're trying out Drip by Kyle Beats, which you've probably seen advertised everywhere. Knock by Decap, this is the only one that I've tried off camera a bit and already know I like. And then OCS-45 by Oversampled. Those are the three I want to dive into today, and for the Oversampled one and the Kyle Beats one, I'm going in fairly blind, but I've got the beat that you heard in the intro to use as a testing ground for these sounds. So here's the raw unmixed version. And I made all of these tracks on my MC101 while traveling. That intro was filmed in Airbnb. I don't got it like that, unfortunately. But then I recorded all of those tracks into here, moved them around to actually layer them on top of each other, and now we've got a bunch of raw tracks to work with. So let's start off with the drum bus. Now, note as I get into this that it does make stuff a fair bit louder, so it's going to fool your ears into thinking it sounds more exciting a little bit, but I genuinely do like what this plugin does. Punch. See how it brings out those transients? Saturate. Too much. See, right there is a sweet spot for me. Here's none. Sub, I'm not going to bother with because I've got a dedicated 808 track. Air gives some extra like upper mids. I want to be careful with this one. And then clip, which is probably my favorite. This is the part that really does make the drums knock. And I should mention, a lot of producer plugins that are effects plugins are fairly gimmicky and can be recreated with other stuff. So what you're looking for with these is something that's fairly all-in-one to kind of get their sound and that replicates that certain sound well. And I think knock does. And personally, I really like using it on these kind of drums. And I think I've probably pushed it a little too far, so let me just back off the elements a little bit. So here's without, and then here's with. And also, stuff like saturation and clipping are basically just compression with fewer steps. So it does glue a drum mix together pretty nicely, I think. Next up. Let's do the infamous drip. I'm just going to grab like random presets to start off with. 2 clicks and it's perfect, right? So I have high expectations. Perfect is a strong word. Off to a bad start. Okay. So here's without. Now, that's nothing you couldn't recreate with other plugins, but it's a vibe. I'll give you that. I don't hate it. Let's leave this as an option and let's load on another one. What's with this delay, son? It's too much. I do like that warble. It's maybe a bit much, but it is kind of nice. What if we layered these? So here's no drip at all. I will admit that is a vibe. Once again, this is nothing you couldn't do with dedicated plugins, especially if you save some of your own presets to just kind of recreate this stuff. I like the little warble though. That is fairly nice. Let's try it on the same part, but a different patch. So we're going to have to dance around the Kyle Beats delay here because I've already got a delay on this stock on the MC101. I like that. That's kind of a vibe. The low one's a bit much on that one. Nope. Those don't really work combined for me. See, I kind of wish I knew exactly what this was doing. So that's fine. Let's try another bank. Okay, you have my attention. It's not complicated, but it does sound nice to me. So what if we put this on an 808 as well? Because I saw an 808 preset in here. Why you gotta make it so much louder, Buckaroony? I mean, it's fine. It's, out of all the distortions, it's definitely one of them. So what if we compare that to knock and we just... See, that's nice. Let's see if we can balance this with the rest of the drums. So just these three elements together. It's kind of a vibe. Okay, so far I'm enjoying myself. I'm not like blown away or anything, but while it's hit or miss and fairly basic, I actually do like the way that the Kyle Beats plugin sounds. Like, he's got good taste, and so the way he processes stuff for this style of music is pretty good. It's not going to literally make your melodies perfect, especially not in 2 clicks, but I am enjoying using it. So these are slots for user patches. What if we just randomize it? That's kind of fun. I'm using a different part, by the way. A little phasiness is not bad. I will say, I do like that there's a random button. I hadn't realized that was a thing going in. That's fun. Spoopy. So I'm definitely scooping the mids out of like a lot of these tracks. I'm probably pushing just all of them into the background too much. But let's try the third plugin out now. So let's get rid of both instances of drip, although I'll leave these on here because I might actually use these in the final beat. These are competing to get featured in the beat that you heard in the intro, by the way, because I haven't finished that mix yet, although I have by the time you're seeing this, obviously. So here's none. Here's the plugin on, just with its initialized preset. Kind of nice. We got different options here. Ow, too much, too much, too much. Let's just downgrade the quality. I like that there are different types here. The UI design of this is very nice. This does dirty it up pretty nicely. Like, it's a fairly clean sounding dirt, if that makes sense. And maybe I'm just not pushing it hard enough, but it's all right. For 20 bucks, it's not bad. What if we layer this with drip? Just to really mess the sound up. This is the kind of thing you'd put in an intro, I think. And then I'd probably have this be a bit more restrained. So let's do these pads next. All right. That noise is too much. Just a little bit might be kind of nice, though. And then let's, of course, get some drip on here. Too much. That's fun. So this is not taking drip that well for whatever reason, this particular element. I'm just going to bring on a different reverb. Push this into the background. So here's the real question here. Did we make it better? Let's take off all the processing and start to add it back in. We definitely added more reverb. I'd say so. It's definitely a lot more vibey, for lack of a better word. And I think that's what I would rely on these plugins for most. I don't know if they're going to be necessarily bread and butter plugins, but for spicing stuff up, as long as you keep your expectations in check and don't expect them to like fix a track, I think you could get some good use out of them. That's my very underwhelming conclusion. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see some more beat making, you can click or tap up over here, and I'll be back with a new video in a little bit. In the meantime, once again, thank you so much for watching.